For the past 90 years, 6 giant anchors stood near the Carquinez Strait in Vallejo, a reminder of what was once the longest and highest voltage electrical transmission span in the world. The steel frame structures at PG&E's North Tower substation anchored transmission cables that were responsible for delivering the first hydroelectricity from the Sierra Nevada mountains to the Bay Area. Each anchor was originally housed in a wood structure with a large plate glass window. In the late 1990s, the aging span, the brainchild of PG&E founders, was removed and replaced with new towers. But the anchors remained until earlier this month. One by one, a giant crane lifted each 8,000-pound anchor during a steady downpour. It was precise work for the 14-person construction crew. To preserve the anchors, each structure had to be supported and the ceramic insulators removed.
The way they're designed, if you look at the center traveler that's in the middle of the structure, that's all suspended on all sides, both sides and on the bottom, with insulating glass. The glass itself is about 80 years old, so the integrity of the glass was suspect, and we were concerned about it falling apart as we tried to move it. And in fact, it has. As we've taken these apart, the glass is failing. So what we did is we suspended the weight on top and bottom so we can get the glass out.
2 of the historical relics are being donated to Northwest Lineman College, which trains many of the electric linemen who work at PG&E. One of the anchors will be on display at the college's campus in Oroville near Chico, and the other will be transported to its Idaho campus. 3 of the anchors are being relocated down the road so that they can be visible to visitors to the nearby Benicia State Recreation Area. 1 of the anchors will be scrapped.
As part of every PG&E project, we do an environmental review, and as part of that review, we discovered that this location is historic and there were some historic structures on location here that might be impacted by the project. So rather than dismantle them, we decided to preserve them, and we reached out to the Lineman College, who had an interest in the past in this location and these structures, and we're able to work with them to preserve some of the structures as well as relocate some here within our own substation. These are kind of the last remains of a historic event of bringing hydroelectric power from the Sierra all the way to the Bay Area, and it really helped the Bay Area grow and flourish and really set the foundation for our electric transmission system throughout Northern California.
The primary purpose of the project at the PG&E substation is to install a backup transformer. The extra transformer will improve electric reliability to 75,000 customers in Vallejo and American Canyon near Napa.
North Tower Cornerstone Reliability Project was initiated to address the emergency deficiencies that we have at this substation, meaning that we just have one distribution bank here at the station. So this project is calling to install a second bank. So we have redundancy and we can provide emergency support if the existing bank were to have an outage. So by that, we're improving the reliability to the customers in this area.
But it's the historical significance that brought several representatives from the Lineman College, including Alan Drew, to witness the removal of the anchors. The former 35-year PG&E employee is writing a book on the transmission line.
I was out here with my wife one day about a year and a half ago, and I saw the anchors there, and I said, oh my God, the anchors are still there. So at that point then I contacted PG&E and asked if we could have a donation, and of course then PG&E worked with us, and it kind of came all to fruition here today. This is such a significant project. The crossing was built in 1901. Which is obviously very early. At the time, it was the longest transmission line in the world. It came from Colgate Powerhouse on the South Fork of the Yuba River, came down across here to power the trolley system in Oakland. So it was the longest transmission line in the world at the time. It was also the highest voltage at the time. It was initially energized at 40,000 volts. It was designed for 60,000 volts and was later upgraded. So both the fact that it was the longest span, the longest transmission line, and the highest voltage at that time makes it really a significant milestone.
For Currents, I'm David Kligman.